and it's Gary starting, and he's drawing his tiles, so we'll see what they are. See what his first rack is, and let's hope for some exciting games. And say Gary's on a roll, having won 12 in a row. So Donna also playing well on 10 wins after 16 games. Gary, I think, on 13 in second place. So Gary's first rack, not ideal, slightly clunky, but he'll be able to score some points here. So he'd be looking to get rid of some of those more awkward tiles, like a B and a V maybe. So yes, he's playing Bovid, which looks like the best move. Leaves him with a nice scores well, 28 points, and leaves him with a nice PR, which go well together and could lead to a good rack next time. So that looks like clearly the best move for Gary. Donna also got some clunky consonants a bit on her rack. Should be looking to score with some of those, like her F and her K. So she's just looking at those now. I mean, there's a clear spot for the K above the I of Bovid, so she'll be looking at that, I'm sure. Maybe something like calf there. Either way, she's probably still going to be left with a slightly consonant-heavy rack. Calf would leave CMNO, which is not too bad, though. Still quite nice letters. She could play. She could, on the other hand, she could play under that. She could put the F under that I above it and play something like FAM, which would leave maybe slightly more synergic CONK, which go well together. So on the other hand, you might prefer to get rid of the K. Some choices to think about. If she just wants to go for the highest score, that would be CAF. But there's a lot of similar kind of moves here that Fank as well would be a possible, or various things with the F, foam. So she'll be having to think about exactly which letters she would like to keep, and yeah, she's come up with CAF at the moment, which, as you said, is likely is the highest scoring move, and would be get rid of her two most awkward letters, if you like, the K and the F. Yeah, so she's going for that. That's a good move, CAF. So 33 points. So well played by Donna, and Gary's got he's got an X, but again, not an rack that goes that well together. These tiles with the double R. So he'll be obviously looking to score with his X, and Donna's giving him one place to do that with Hawks above CAF. That looks 41 points. That looks like, or he could do, if you preferred to keep the H, you could play Hawks under making Kip for only 2 less points. I think he'd probably prefer to take the points with Hawks, I think, and leave PER, which is not bad, and that's what he's doing. So not too much to think about there for Gary, I think. Donna drew a blank to go with her CONM, so that was a good draw for her, but a bit consonant heavy, and so she'd be happy to see the blank, but wondering what she could do with it. Of course, now the blanks on her rack, should be hoping for a bonus, but I don't think she's going to find one this time. So she's going to be thinking about playing off a few of those consonants and hoping for a bonus next time. So something like one word that would clear up the rack quite a lot would be non-com, but that's not the most obvious word. Maybe through the O of bovid, or she might maybe more likely to play nom under bovid. That's a move that I think looks fairly kind of standard here. Leaving CNT blank, still no vowels, but you could easily pick up one or two, and of course with a blank, the blank can act as a vowel, so that makes having no vowels less of an issue. CNT, all promising kind of tiles if you're looking for a bonus, which she will be with her blank and early in the game when the board is quite open. So I think she's probably still wondering if she does have a possible bonus word, maybe with that O in bovid. But when she concludes she can't find one, then she'll be deciding, which letters she wants to play off. So I think something like nom would be likely what she'll do. She can't do much above the X. I don't think that might be a place she'd look, because she hasn't got anything except the O that goes in front of OF. So there's a hook for the C onto had, but again, not anything great there, ending in C for Chad. But if she keeps the C, she might be looking at using that hook soon. Okay, so she's gone for con rather than deciding to keep the M and the N rather than nom. But also, and maybe she's thinking con also takes the front I, so that would, as she's in a position of looking for bonuses, that would be a good idea to set up another lane. MNT still a nice promising combination of letters for Donna to go with her blank. Gary's rack has improved towards a slightly more bonusy look, and in fact he does have bonus possibilities here. So in fact he can use that hook. No, he's not going to use that. Or have I got his rack wrong? I thought he had I thought he had ripener or repiner there. Okay, but he's just played per. Is that a mistake from Gary? Maybe. I was expecting a bonus there, but anyway, going back to Donna. She's picked up good nice letters to go with her, pretty nice letters. She's got an ing to go with her blank. So I think she is going to be bonusing this move. She's just got to decide, again, using that hook to con, something like time-ins, or a lot of words, ing words like missed-in, lots of possibilities here for Donna. She's just got to decide on one. They're probably all a lot of them are quite similar, so she probably shouldn't spend too long thinking about which one. I think it's likely to be in that position, making icon. So yes, okay. Another. The highest scoring bonuses, I think, are all making icon, but there is another possible hook, an S onto Hade, making shade, and that's the other possible place to play, which really scoring slightly less though. So Donna has got to decide which of those places to play. Looks like matins, maybe she's got timed up if she's confident that that's a word. In which case she might be looking at the shade hook. Maybe she thinks that's that could be a bit more defensive, give away less to scores slightly less, but on the other hand, it gives away less to Gary. If you played something like time-ins, you would score a lot of points, but yeah, it would also give quite a few tiles to play through for Gary, who in fact has actually got but she has got timings lined up now, which is, I think, the highest scoring move. But Gary has also got so she decided maybe shade is making shade is a bit safer than playing icon. Gives less away to Gary and still scores well, like 8 or 9 less points maybe than playing timings and icon, but solid move. So that's for 77. So she takes a lead, but not a massive lead in this game. Gary's got the kind of slightly awkward rack, I think, that oh, sorry, I was wrong. It wasn't timings. Okay, it was tamins. I've been informed that the blank is an A. So that word was tamins, not timings. Okay, so meanwhile, Gary's got a maybe slightly annoying rack that where he is close to bonus, but bonusy letters, but not able to score that much. So he's got his decision to make there. He's probably just going to drop off a couple of tiles. Yeah, that seems like the natural thing to do. Play off OI and leave himself with the best possible combination of letters, EI and RT, which is very likely to lead to a bonus next time. So I think that was the natural move there for Gary. So he found that fairly fast. And he'll be hoping for a bonus next time. Meanwhile, Donna, after her draw after her bonus, some slightly awkward in 2Ds, but not bad letters, not too bad a draw after her bonus. But she'll be looking to play off some of those, like the F and one of the Ds. Maybe. Well, she's just been given a place to play Fad above making Fox, which looks like a decent move, leaving the solid RIND. Fad, of course, also would take some hooks on the end, like E and O, as well as the S. She's thinking of Fard maybe in that same place at the moment, looks like, which is be similar. Not much to choose between those. Fard scores a couple more points, so maybe you might as well use the R, leave yourself with DIN. Good solid move from Donna. Nice rack for Gary now that makes a few sevens, like integer or tree in. And he can play using that icon hook. Also, yeah, I think that's probably the only place he's got to play. No, he can play also making PERE with some of those bonuses, or PERI or and so on. Yeah, so on the end of PER or making icon are the two places. Icon would like the icon hook scores more, so he's going for that integer. Yeah, it's his highest scoring bonus. So seems like a good choice. All the bonuses will go down towards the bottom triple, so you might still take the highest scoring one and take out that icon hawk, which could be dangerous for Donna to use. So good choice from Gary. And now he takes a small lead, but this game's still pretty even. They've both exchanged bonuses, and Donna's drawn the J to go with her tiles. So she'll be looking to score something with that. There's possibilities like Jade or above Tamin's with the J on the double letter score, or Jane would score slightly less but balance slightly better, because Jane will undouble the ends, will leave her with DIN, which is nice, whereas Jade would score a couple more but leave her with INN, and so DIN would be a more balanced leave. That looks like the natural place to play. Oh, okay. There is actually Janid. I wasn't sure is actually a word. Okay, something to do with being a janitor. So Janid, there is actually a bonus word on a 7-letter bonus word on Donna's rack, but not playable. Would have been interested to see if she found Janid, if it had been possible. I'm sure she's quite capable of doing so anyway. But Jane goes down, which is I think the best move available. So it's back to Gary, who's got not a great rack, slightly tiles that don't go greatly that perfectly together. So and double T, so could be better, but not terrible either. And as I say, the scores, this game is still pretty even at the moment, really. Donna has a slight lead, but not much. So, there was a clear place for him to score. He had the right letters to score, so that was fairly clear. To play mate down the left of integer for 45, and then put himself back in a bit in the lead and leave a reasonable lead of GET. Also, he takes out that dangerous spot with the R of integer on the triple line. So I think mate fairly clearly the best move there. Donna's got nice letters really on some quite nice letters anyway on her rack, and not quite getting the bonus here though. It's the kind of rack that doesn't actually make a 7-letter word, though it looks promising. So she's got to think about what to do here. If she sees there is a nice place to play down from the sea of icon with cold or coiled, but that she may be looking to play off. That's a bit tricky to see, and she may also be looking to play off less tiles because, as I say, her rack is not that far from a bonus rack. So she may not think of playing off a lot of tiles at once. But that would be the best place to play, coined or coiled or something like that, down from the sea of icon. But that's a bit of a tricky spot to see. But she could play shorter words in that area. That it does seem like the best area to score. So she will be looking there, I think, to the right of integer. Shorter words might be something like odal or alod. Or if she wants to get rid of more vowels, odea, odea. But all those in the same kind of area and scoring about 30 points to the right of integer. If she thinks of starting with the right from the sea, I think coined or coiled or something like that would be the best move. But there are all those I say that does seem to be the right area to play. She's putting her own name almost down there now, Donna. She's going to play almost as close as almost her own name, is she? Yes, so Donna plays Donna for 30 points. One of that, I said there are a lot of words, a lot of kind of 4 letter words available in that kind of place. So she's chosen one of them, and it's a solid move, 30 points. Leaving herself with LEI. And Gary has AEEGOPT, so he can score again. He's probably going to be scoring about 30 this go. He can't get any massive scores with that wreck, I think. Maybe looking above Jane, something like Paige, or something. I think that's the kind of clearest move, or yeah, that's what he's going for. I think that seemed to be a clear move to play, leaving slightly Val heavy, but not bad. EOT, 29 points. So yeah, another solid move in this game. Very even, interesting game. So Donna, to Donna. She's got, again, promising bonus kind of letters, and she has actually got a bonus which she may well see, I think, like through the D of Fard, if I have the letters correct. She has I think Laertes on her rack as a 7, but I don't think that plays. But through the D of Fard, she's got Idealist, which I'm sure she'll know. So she just has to try to see it when she looks through that D. So let's see if she spots that. Certainly a word she would know, I think. Otherwise, she'll be playing off probably just a couple of tiles, AI maybe or something, if she doesn't see that. So, okay, she didn't see it, so she just played off the next best thing, just play off one tile, plus play off an eye and leave herself a promising rack for next time. So, BOI is the play. And Gary's got slightly 2 E's, 2 O's, so slightly awkward rack, a bit Val heavy, and with those doubles, you may just want to play off a couple of vowels, something like OE, and double those vowels, and although you may want to play slightly more letters, something like, well, you could play TOEA above Fard, but that does open up a triple line on the right, and he knows Donna just played off one tile, so he knows Donna's close to a bonus and may well have an S on her rack, so he'd probably be wary of doing something like Toya. He'd probably want to be a bit more defensive. He could play the nice word Kui, but he's going for okay, see code through the D of, I think he's probably thinking not only is that play off some of the letters he wants to play off, but it also blocks that D as a possible floater, given that he knows Donna is close to a bonus. So he's probably being a bit defensive as well there, given what he knows about Donna's situation. Donna's drawn another S to go with her promising rack. So she's got a 7, which does salties, which she's lined up, I think, or almost, or she's which would play making fards, or there isn't an 8 through the C. Maybe she's not sure of salties, because it doesn't sound, salty sounds like an adjective, doesn't it? So you might not be quite sure that salties is a word. It looks like she's seen the 8 though, which is well spotted, which is elastics through the C, so well spotted by Donna. And that's probably the best move anyway, probably better than salties. At least it scores a couple more points. Both words were going to open up a triple line, so well played by Donna. Elastics there, and she again takes a small lead. But again, this game is still just seesawing backwards and forwards. No one getting a clearly ahead. And Gary's also got some decent letters on his rack and an S as well. But he's not going to be looking at bonusing this time. We're just improving his rack towards a bonus rack. I think he could play something like oat above the ELA of elastics, leaving himself with LEST. He's still got lanes to play bonuses down from the E of code, or hooking onto PER, or making shades, or boys. So still various places to play, plenty of places to play a bonus here at this stage. And he's only about 30 behind, 25, 38 behind. So a little bit of a lead for Donna, but Gary is still not that far, but still plenty of opportunities to catch up. This is still a pretty close game. So a little bit to think about for Gary here. Does he want to play off just like oat, or maybe play slightly more with something like Lotta, Lotta, or Lota? Okay, he's going for Lot. Yeah, again, those are the tiles he wants to be getting rid of his double and his O. He's left no danger really above the for that triple, or not much danger, less danger anyway, because LO, nothing goes above LO. But he has left himself a nice bonus lane ending in EL, where his T or his S. You could play a word ending in T or S or E. So promising for next go for Gary. Slightly awkward letters for Donna. A bit vowel heavy here. And she's looking at she's looking at she had 2 U's, so she's looking at getting rid of one of those U's and scoring points. I think she had to consider between scoring points or trying to play off a few more tiles than she did, but that was her clearly highest scoring moves. I think she decided just to go for that, and her rack UVAER is not too disastrous. Could turn into a better rack next time. I think she decided to just take the points there and extend her lead to nearly 60 points. So put more pressure on Gary. Who didn't draw the ideal letters, so he's had to just play a kind of fishing move to play off his most awkward tiles, OW, and leave himself with he's left himself with a very nice ARST, so a high chance of a bonus play next time. Oh dear, it's not a great draw for Donna, we could say. Just as well she played off that 1 U. she had to change really, with 3 U's there. Not much else to do, I think. Unlucky draw for her. So Gary will be pleased to see that. So she decided to change the 3 U's. She could have changed slightly more, but I think that was fine. ARV, not a bad leave. Over to Gary now. Now he has drawn well this time. He's got a choice of bonuses. Something like wrestle at the top, making eel will score a lot, or that's I presume that's likely where he's going to play, because that's easily the highest scoring place. Yeah, so I guess no, he hasn't gone there. He's decided to go down the side, making EW down the side of and play wastrel. Perhaps he wasn't. Perhaps he didn't see the wrestle. Although I would expect Gary to know those. But the important thing is he's found a bonus, and he's found wastrel. Nice word next to that EW. So Gary's going to go back into a slight lead in this game, which is very swinging backwards and forwards nicely. The lead exchanging, but no one really getting ever further than about 30 points ahead. So Donna now is going to take advantage of that triple score that's just been opened and get rid of her. That seems fairly clearly a good move. She could have no point in really adding the E, but there isn't. She's left herself an E to go in front of Vite, VITE, maybe next time. Left herself with a nice BAER. So it's very, as I say, scores are very even now, coming towards the last part of the game. So let's see what Gary's got after his bonus on his rack. Oh, I was just going to say there's still some interesting tiles out there, but it seems that Gary's drawn all of them. The Q, the Z, and the blank. So this is interesting. You'd probably be happy on the whole to see those, although sometimes you don't want too many, high scoring letters together. But he's got a U as well as his blank. So I think he'll be happy that he's got most of those tiles rather than Donna, I think, at this stage, with the game so close. But interesting choices for him. He could be thinking of should he try and play off both the Q and the Z and then leave the blank for next time, or just play off one of them. He could play quiz, making Zell up at the top, which would be a good score, and leave himself with the blank. Or if he just wanted to play off the Q, there's Quay, Quey, making on the right, making EWE. That scores a bit less, but depends if he wants to use. Yeah, okay. So he's gone for the most solid move, probably quiz here. Good score, 44 points, and still leave himself the blank for next time. So Gary may be becoming the favorite for this game, with one tile in the bag, but still, yeah, Donna's got to think about what to do here. So she'll be thinking, she'll be wondering about that blank. That's obviously she'll be thinking it's probably on Gary's rack. But she would be happier if it was in the bag. But yeah, it's a tricky one for her to decide what to do here. Maybe she just has to score some points and hope Gary can't score too many. She could play off. She plays off just one tile. Let's say she'd probably be unlikely to be drawing into a bonus. So she probably just needs to try and score a few points, I think. But it's tricky for her, and hope that Gary doesn't have a bonus rack to come back with. So something like various possibilities like rebuy and shader, or rebuy onto or rebury onto REBURY onto the front of feet. So various possibilities. She's also got less time than Gary. She's got about 3 minutes, so a little bit of time to think, but not too long. She seems to be looking at Barry at the moment. Yeah, there's a lot of possible words here. It's tricky for her to decide what is the best thing. She wants to try and play out in two if she can, but of course she doesn't know what is the one in the bag. But if she leaves herself something like EAR, or as she was thinking about, she would have a maybe with Burley. She would have a chance of a good chance with the EAR of going out next time. So that's probably her plan, to hope that Gary can't do anything too massive, and she can play out next move. But Gary has in fact got the blank. So Burley is the play, as he said. So a good idea from Donna to give herself a good chance of maybe going out next move. Over to Gary. Yeah, he has in fact got bonuses, so he can wrap up this game. Not totally obvious, but for a player of his caliber, I think he should see. Should be hoping to see guy line, which can go under the INE of Burley. It's just having or Lanyes is the other one, which it looks like he's spotted. So Lanyes is also a winning bonus, which he's spotted. Those were the two possibilities: guy line on Lanyes, and Gary sees one of them and plays out, and so he's going to win this game. Looks quite comfortable in the end, but in fact it was a very close game all the way through, with bonuses being swapped and mostly the lead only being 20 or 30 one way or the other. But in the end, Gary drawing the better tiles at the end and using them well to go out with to first score quiz and then go out with a bonus. And at the end there, not much Donna could do. But she also played very well throughout the game. Both players played well, and I say a very even game. Maybe Gary just got the better tiles at the end, and also, of course, played well with those tiles and spotted his bonus, which not everyone would spot, of Lanyes at the end. So a good game. All right, so Gary will be moving up to 14 wins now, and still in contention to win this whole tournament. But Donna will still be playing above her normal rating and hoping for a few more wins today.